Cannot trust that woman. You cannot trust somebody whose views changes based on the room they're sitting in. You just can't. You cannot trust that. Today's video, we are watching a snippet of The View when they addressed Nikki Haley voting for Donald Trump. I already saw this coming. I was kind of confused when she said that she's eventually going to vote for Donald Trump, only because, not because that she ran against him, because we say that all the time. You run against somebody, you may not like the best policies, but you're just like, okay, I lost, I'm going to vote for this person. But the main reason why I was kind of like, wait, what? Is because like, all that mess that she was talking on the campaign. This is why I don't take politicians seriously. Do not take politicians seriously. Like, I understand she does not like Biden, but to like go out of your way and endorse Trump after you literally just went on a whole campaign insinuating how he's a threat to democracy, like he can't be in office again, he's dangerous. It's just like, bro, like, I don't think these people understand that they lose credibility.
Follows him. And we can't have a country in disarray and a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it.
He is unhinged. He is more diminished. The most harm he's ever possibly had is getting hit by a golf ball when he's sitting in a golf cart. Donald Trump cannot win a general election. You've got Donald Trump, who put us $8 trillion in debt, more than any other president. The reason that America keeps losing is because of Donald Trump. Many of the same politicians who now publicly embrace Trump privately dread him. They're just too afraid to say it out loud.
So guess what happened yesterday?
She endorsed
took a
him.
very sharp turn and made a shift. Check it out.
I put my priorities on a president who's going to have the backs of our allies and hold our enemies to account, who would secure the border, no more excuses. Biden has been a catastrophe. So I will be voting for Trump. I stand by what I said in my suspension speech. Trump would be smart to reach out to the millions of people who voted for me and continue to support me.
Okay, I just think this is something I just probably will never understand, because I understand there's personal and I understand there's working in the best interest of the people. Because the same thing was similar with Ted Cruz when Donald Trump pretty much talked about Ted Cruz's wife, for goodness sake, and Ted Cruz still stood beside him afterwards and endorsed him and whatever. But this is just different. This is different mainly because it wasn't like they did personal digs, but it was more so like she was actually digging and condemning the way that Donald Trump moves as a president, not as a person, but as a president. So it's almost like alarming. Like, you said he was a catastrophe. You said he can't be in office again. You said it's dangerous if he wins another election, but then you go and endorse him. The same breath that you use, obviously, she said the same thing about Biden, but that's why I'm just like, do these people not think before they speak? Are you not thinking before you speak? Because it makes you lose so much credibility, and I am side-eyeing her. Like, by all means, if you want to endorse him, endorse him. Like, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, like Chris Christie has said so many bad things about Donald Trump. I don't think he's even publicly endorsed him. He'll probably end up like voting for him privately, but I don't know. It's just, it's different.
I don't know. Now, see, we're all saying, wow, ooh. But I don't know why anybody believed her when she said that that's what she was, because we've been saying this, she kind of does that thing when you pull in a fish, and the fish is like this trying to get something.
You mean like a flip-flop? Like a flip-flop?
Okay, in a funny way, yeah.
Flip-flop, flip-flop.
Y'all, I said that about Nikki Haley. I said you cannot trust that woman. You cannot trust somebody whose views changes based on the room they're sitting in. You just can't. You cannot trust that. I do see opportunist is not even the word. I just think she just gets in where she fits in, honestly and truly. Like, I never really was on the Nikki Haley train. I know a lot of independents kind of were.
Flip flop.
I don't know why anybody listens anymore because she's not consistent.
I feel like I'm really good
Alyssa,
at
you.
So
like
I'll
reading
say-
people.
You're the only consistent. You're it.
Would you like
Thank
to weigh
you.
in?
Thank you for acknowledging
You're
my
the only
consistency.
consistent person I know from
Listen,
the other side.
I am disappointed, but I'm not surprised. I lost all faith in politicians quite some time ago. And listen, maybe I'm being petty, but if someone attacked my intelligence, my family, my marriage, and American democracy, I probably wouldn't then go back and support them, and the military. And I think it's time for Biden to engage them. He did one ad, but he needs to be calling Adam Kinzinger, Liz Cheney. He needs to be running those ads in swing states saying, Donald Trump said he doesn't want Nikki Haley voters. I want Nikki Haley voters. And listen, this is political.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think Nikki Haley voters would gear that direction. I understand they don't like Trump, and I understand that they feel betrayed by Nikki Haley. But even if Biden were to try to bring them in strategy wise, like that makes sense to try to like gain those voters. I don't think they would budge. Like, I generally don't think they would budge. I think a lot of Nikki Haley supporters are where a lot of current Democrats who aren't voting for Biden's mentality is. They're just like, yo, I don't like what's in front of me. And if I have to vote in undecided, I will do that before voting into somebody that I do not comfortably within myself support. Honestly, it's hard to be like surprised when the expectation was low anyway. And I say that in the most humblest, nicest way possible. Like, amen.
Nancy, it's pathetic, it's cowardly, and she did not help Donald Trump, but she damaged herself, honestly, irreparably.
I think so.
You think irreparably?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It just seems like people have like 10 lives in politics, especially in the Republican Party. I mean, I've always said she was a flip-flopper. She couldn't be trusted. And I think this is about her future
I agree
in
with
politics
Sunny on that.
with the Republican Party that is really the Trump Party. She was never an earnest politician, if one exists. I think Barack Obama was an earnest politician. I think we did have some in the White House, but I'm not surprised. I called
Depends.
it as you know it.
The shade is so strong.
I think people aren't surprised by this, and I'm not fully surprised, but I always leave a little room for someone to impress me.
Yeah.
And
Sunny is very. Let me continue. Not everything deserves a response, guys.
so you always hold on to just a little bit, and
you
then
get let down.
she falls. But I will continue. I will continue to do that. But I think it was such a bad miscalculation for her, because not only did you come into this primary, she was polling so many votes even into last week in states where she's off the ballot. She was hope for people. It was an off-ramp. It wasn't a perfect candidate, but it was not Donald Trump. I think the fact that I said towards the end of it, she should have been going hard against Trump. She was never going to get a MAGA voter. They were always going to go towards DeSantis or Donald Trump. She should have owned that lane and stayed true to it, because I think she just buried herself for the future on this, because there's no credibility. She lacked it, and she flopped a lot.
I'm gonna stop it there. I never really found her credible, honestly. Like, when you do research, like, the best thing to do on these candidates is their track record. Pull up their track record, look at what they're investing their stocks in, look at how they're making their money, do some dive deep in their research. So I never really found her credible. I just seen her as someone who was trying to take advantage of the moment to look for the next position. I'm really not surprised. It's Nikki Haley for you. That's Nikki Haley. Anybody who thought otherwise or felt like she wasn't going to end up endorsing Trump, you must have been, I don't know what lies she kept on feeding y'all. But there's that. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media. On the road to 25,000 subscribers, y'all. I love y'all all. Y'all don't understand. I be crying. I be like, oh my gosh, I'm at 12,000 subscribers in a year. Stop. It hasn't even been a year yet. It'll be a year in 2 months. Anyways, y'all not really asking for my life story. Anyways, I love y'all all. God bless y'all. This is Uruguay, connecting people with policy. Doodles.